Oh God, you never forget how steep that hill is. So it's a bank holiday Monday. Oh God, and here's the weird bit. Not one car has just gone up that hill. Not one. And I'm like, it's 7 in the morning. But there's always, and I mean always, someone on this road. No matter what time of the day, no matter what the situation, it's gonna happen. So I came back from a Meltham day out trip yesterday, and I realised sort of like how knackered my battery is. Because actually, to be fair though, I was running my Strava, I was vlogging, I was taking pictures, I was doing snippets. But like throughout the whole day, from like 8 in the morning to like 12 o'clock, my battery went from like 90% to like 30%. But there's one thing I didn't really consider. When you have your location on, when you're on the bus, that also does drain battery as well, because it's looking for signals and then it drains your battery as well. Didn't think of that. So Meltham was really nice. It's tiny, but then I just realised, oh well, I can actually do some like nice little walks around. There's like a waterfall area, I went to that. And then I kind of looked at like other places that are around the Holme Firth area. And there's a place called Holme, like Holme Firth, but Holme, Holme, which I kid you not is so tiny, but I want to go. There's Hepworth, which is sort of a similar size. There was a bit called Netherton, which I was on the bus for yesterday going through, and it's just like literally this sort of road. Is that one of them shitty power walkers? Why are you walking on the road? What? Right, I don't understand that. I mean, you might have to be autistic to understand that, I suppose, but 7:23, I'm going to walk on the field. Which, is it really a clever idea? Not really. Seeing as we had a lot of rain downpour yesterday. Oh, there's someone on the field. I don't understand that. There's a path which I was on, and you would just decide to walk on the bit where there's no path, and you're just walking on the road. So if a car comes, then, well, you're going to look a bit special, aren't you? But you might look a bit more special if you're on an A&E trolley going into hospital. So I'm on 3:45 shift today. So yeah, it's going to be... It is a bank holiday Monday as well. They're just gone. Oh, no, it's only 7:24. There was 2 people here with, well, one person with a dog. I think they've just gone through there. It's actually quite nice. Oh, there's some people down there as well. So I think with it being a bank holiday, I think Morrison's as a whole opens at like 7. And I've got someone in from 6 till 2 until 1 to I can't say, from 6 o'clock until 1:45, and then there's me till 3:45. Nice. So Meltham was good. I was only there for like a couple of hours, but it was It's really easy to get to. It's Meltham. And I thought, well, like, looking on a map, I was like, oh, this is where I walked, that's where I went. If I returned back to Meltham and be like, oh, well, I actually can do that walk and such. God almighty, we're just gonna get populated. And you're kind of used to walking an hour earlier and it being empty. Kind of can just relax, actually. Oh, and I filmed one of them Prime videos as well, like tasting it. But where I found the ideal location, people just kept looking at me like I was just a murderer. And I'm like, I'm just doing a video. And the main image for the Meltham playlist is the pink car that's down there. See, that's the thing, you can have a really nice car like an Audi TT, like one of the very, very newer models, but you can make it so crap by making it by putting it in hot pink, or matte pink really. And that's just, and that's it. It's going to attract attention, and now it's my playlist image for my Meltham playlist. Because you're going to start to think, oh, I shouldn't really put it in matte pink. And also as well, we're going to talk about this as well. When this video goes up, when it does go up, I'll have actually got over 500 videos on the channel. And it's the 1st of May as well. So like, I kind of set it out for like, oh well, I'm going to upload 250 videos from the start of April to the end of June. So like it's that 3-month period to do 250 videos. But then I kind of looked at myself, I'm like, there was another thing I'd not thought about. From when it gets to like the 6th month of the year, so it's halfway through, to hit 500 videos, so you're halfway through hitting 1,000 videos. But considering we're in the 5th month and I've hit 500 videos, there's all of May, there's all of June. So imagine how much of an uploads, how many uploads I can do from this whole month and next month. The problem was with yesterday was there was just nowhere to charge my phone up, like at all. Like with nothing being open, buses you couldn't charge it up on the train. You couldn't charge it up on the bus. Whereas this is kind of different because I can do this, and then I'm going to work to turn my phone off, and then I'm going to be coming home when I finish. So I sort of maybe charge it up a little bit, and then go out for a walk potentially with the dogs. And preferably if it's raining like it did yesterday, I don't really want to. And by the way, it rained a lot yesterday, and I mean it really came down, because I was watching a film on my TV, and I thought to myself, that's a really nice sound effect, is that on the film? And it wasn't, and I paused it, and it wasn't on the film. It was outside, and it was well whacking it down. And then yeah, I bravely took the dogs out, dried them, then I went back to bed because it's not early, but I'm going to be up even earlier tomorrow. And one thing to do with the whole thing, like with it being a bank holiday Monday, there's me. So there's basically there's that 6 o'clocker, but then there's actually then an 11 o'clocker. So there's no one from when I start at 8 o'clock, there's no one till 11. And with it being a bank holiday Monday, you can kind of guess what's going to happen today. It's going to be bad. I mean, sure, we have the cafe manager in today. I think also at 8 o'clock as well, 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock. But this is why I said I think, because the cafe manager recently, I kind of knew was going to get into trouble at some stage, and has. Because we were saying, like, if you're a manager for a certain department, you have to get involved with that department and help the department. I know people in other departments, the managers from the different departments, when they're involved in that department because they are the manager of that department. But like, it seems to be the case that this cafe manager that we have thinks they can be the cafe manager and then just not incorporate with the cafe, because then I'm asking for help, and I just get so pissed off that they're asking for that I'm asking for help. I said to the overall top management, like, there's no point being a cafe manager if you're never in the cafe, actually being a part of the team. So it makes no sense at all. Like, it's like, I'm going to pick a random football club, Leighton Orient for example. If you've appointed someone new as a manager there, and then they just were like, oh well, I just fancy playing golf all the time, as opposed to not being a manager, you're not being part of the team. I mean, that hasn't happened because they've got promoted to League One, but if I can imagine that sort of thing happening at Rochdale and Hartlepool, because it's a distraction from being shit. It's kind of nice to go. It was kind of nice to go to Hartlepool before they got relegated, because Hartlepool's such a nice area. Well, the older part of Hartlepool is not brilliant. The newer part is, obviously. Well, not obvious, but and you know, it's really strange. Being able to vlog going all the way down here and not have an interruption. If I do this tomorrow, an hour earlier, people look at me like, have you got a gun? Have you got a knife? No. And plus, so yeah, so we were saying, like, there's no point being a cafe manager if you're not going to be the manager to be in that department. You've basically signed someone that wants to be the department manager for somewhere else. Like, I think that's the first car. I think it's the first car. So I was saying, like, you're being a manager for this department. That's the second car now. Oh, here we go. It's going to start now, isn't it? 7:33. I'm like, it's good to be a manager for a certain department, but then, like, you've got to be that manager for that designated area. If you're there like, oh, I'm going to be on trolleys, or I'm going to be on warehouse, I'm going to be on, well, I don't know what else, but then becoming like, acting like you're the manager for them departments. I'm like, you're a cafe manager, you applied for that role. If you wanted to be a manager for the warehouse or the trolleys or outside garden centre, you applied for that role. So we were kind of like, well, if it's really busy like it is, and we know he's in, he just doesn't want to help us. He's there like, well, would rather let the cafe lot suffer, and I'll just sit up here twiddling my thumbs, potentially playing Tetris. Anyway, he's had the person's had a chat to anyway, and will anything come of it? We'll have to find out, really. So it's been really nice just to walk from the top of the hill to here in one vlog. So yeah, top to bottom. Thanks for watching for now, and goodbye.